With loans as little as $100, we are helping people to transform their lives, helping families. In Australia, we tend to think of India as this powerhouse economy. You know, it's 8% growth in the economy every year, that it's the 4th largest economy in the world, and yet what we may not understand is the level of poverty in India, that on its face, India accounts for 1/3 of the world's poor people. And when you are in even the nicest parts of Delhi, the in-your-face reality of some of India's very poor is impossible to miss.
40% of our people live below the poverty line. So the challenges are very deep and very difficult situations they face about sending their children to school, about a meal for the day. That's basic challenges of food, clothing, shelter. I feel that's a calling on my life to just give a hand up if I can, through my profession, through resources, through networking, in whatever way. I find that as a calling, as a reason for existence maybe.
They have no access to capital, to financial capital or to social capital. And that's what microfinance gives them, that access to not just money, although that's incredibly important, to an identity, that sense that for many of them, the first time that they saw their name in print was on their loan papers. That's a powerful thing, to think that you can go from being someone who has no identity or capital within the community to creating that for yourself through the provision of these very small loans. The women I met today were incredibly outgoing. They were incredibly confident, and they were incredibly optimistic about their future. One woman we spoke to started a very small egg shop, and she would buy her eggs for 2 rupees, hard boil them, and then sell them for 5 rupees. She told us almost furtively that she was making 250 rupees a day. That's an extraordinary amount of money for someone who's been living on about $1.25 a day previously. And she's part of a community of people who are, through the provision of microfinance, really transforming not just their own lives, but their children's future. One woman I met today has taken the money that she's earning through her small business, her small shop, and she's sending her 5 children through private school. Now that would have been unattainable, unthinkable, and it really brought tears to my eyes, because that's all any mother wants for her children, is that they have the best possible chance for a future. We in Australia have so much. We are so blessed. These families here in some of the poorest parts of Delhi and other parts of India are families just like ours. They're parents just like we are, who want the best for their children. To give them not just that hand out, but truly that hand up. Truly, this is more than just a charitable handout. It is actually creating and transforming lives. And that is something that's worth supporting. And if you want your charity dollar to go as far as possible, to work as hard as possible, you give it to Opportunity International. They'll be able to, with their partners, leverage it. And when the loans are repaid, 97% repayment rate, that money that you've given will get recycled. It'll be used over and over again to help more and more people. generosity from Australians transformed here into equity and capital that's used by our microfinance partners in India, that at the end of the day is bringing real hope, is alleviating poverty, and is creating a better future. There's no doubt microfinance transforms lives.